Hey everybody, Danny from the Venza Dutch office.
Welcome to another reaction video. We are glad you're here. With me as always, Sean Shields from the Roswell office. He's doing there's a fly in there. Get rid of that fly. Get rid of that fly. Okay. So we've got some industry friends. They are here to give their raw reaction. But before we do that, let's find out who they are. Jeff, would you mind starting us off?
Well, thank you. Thanks. This is fun. I'm Jeff Loether, founder and president of Electro-media Design and AVaStar here in sunny Myrtle Beach, South Carolina.
Good to have you, sir. Thank you for being here. Geert, if you wouldn't mind introducing yourself.
Yeah, thanks for having me as well. I'm Geert Buskes, owner of Effecty. We're a strategic digital marketing agency, and we're looking for balancing performance with customer experience in the leisure and hospitality industry.
Fantastic. Good to have you here as well. All right, so you guys have done this before. You know the way we do it. Sean's going to share something on a screen, and I got a question for you about it. All right, this is from our friends over at Skift. This article is from today. So TUI, the tour operator, massive tour operator. So the article title, TUI puts focus, if you would just keep it there, yeah, puts focus on selling other brands to hedge against future downturns. So in the article, we won't go into the gory details, but they're looking at how they're looking, they think the future looks bright with regards to the upcoming tour season, but they will be introducing other, their business model has been kind of the all-inclusive from the start, from the very, from departure all the way through the stay, all kind of inclusive in one package. And they are introducing, because of the notion that there may be a bit of a downturn, they're introducing the potential for customers to create their own tours and using just portions of what TUI has to offer. So my question to you guys, for these tour operators making such a drastic change, is this a temporary smart decision? Is it short-sighted, or is it visionary to be introducing competitors into your marketing? Is it smart for the short term? Is it short-sighted? Is it not so smart, or is it visionary for long term? What are your thoughts when it comes to introducing competitors for hoteliers and tour operators? Jeff, do you have an opinion on this one?
What's coming to mind is survival is not necessarily of the fittest or the strongest. It's the survival of the most flexible. And I think that the flexibility and thinking outside the box, and as businesses, as we're all together navigating this changing landscape, economic landscape, and global cultural shifting, I think we have to be flexible, and we have to consider things that we may not have considered before. We are ourselves looking at partnering with companies that some would have thought are competitors, but they're finding out that what we're doing is complementing and helping them solve problems that we didn't even imagine. I think all of us together, we need to be thinking in terms of more of a community and rowing together toward the same goal. I think that's the first thing that comes to mind when I see this.
Yeah. Geert, are you with Jeff, or what are your thoughts on this?
Yeah, so I think this is a trend that you are seeing wider than just travel and hospitality. You see the marketplace thinking as well on, for example, the Dutch webshop bol.com is also transferring, or has transferred, to a more marketplace model. And I think it has to do with the flexibility and the speed of adjustment, because you're not owning as much planes and buildings and stuff that takes a long time to change. You're actually lowering that risk and transferring it to other people. But from the perspective of the hotelier, I think it's still really important to make sure that you keep thinking about your own concept. So on the short term, it's really easy to say, like, I have a building, I have a hotel, someone else wants to sell it for me, wants to promote it for me. But on the long term, you are one of the many hotels on that platform, and that platform made a decision for a certain customer base. But that doesn't mean that that's the that you can get the most out of that for your own concept or your own hotel. And you will be presented similarly to the other hotels because it's a more generic platform. So I think short term it sounds really interesting, but long term I think it's still really important to keep thinking about what sets me apart, what's my audience, and how can I stay in control of my own customer journey, of my own guest journey, but also of my own data. And I think that's a really significant topic. Because when you are using marketplaces, then actually the marketplaces get the data. And we all know that data also is power in the current economy. And I would always be looking for ways to keep collecting your own data and stay in charge of your own customer journey.
I think that's kind of the underlying conversation about TUI. They're owning the data of that tour, and not necessarily having to own the life of the tour or the entirety of the guest, but it's the data that's really important to them.
And I'm not saying they are going to do it, but the data is often used to make business decisions for themselves. So what buildings, what concepts work well, someone else is taking the risk, and if that's working really well, then it's easier to move in that direction, and that's what data actually allows people to do. And I'm not saying that they are going to do it, but that's one of the things that comes to mind. That's something that it's important to stay strong and stay confident yourself as a hotelier, and also investing, building that relationship with your own guests.
Right on. Great, gentlemen. Thank you so much for your insights. Before we part, Sean Shields, any passing thoughts with regards to introducing? Oh, he's taking a sip. He's buying time to. Any thoughts about introducing competitors? No. He's giving. Sean's been taking mime classes, and it just started though. Very good.
I thought it was maybe too much coffee, but.
Thank you, everybody. We'll see you at the next reaction video.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.